Hi, I'm Debi Peverill, and what this short video is about is the information you need to put together to get our firm, Peverill & Associates, to do your 2017 personal tax return. On our website, peverill.ca, you can download checklists and use those checklists to gather the information that you need. What I'm going to do is explain the checklist in this video. So you can download it, look at it while I'm explaining it, or download it later. So first of all, you need to file with Canada Revenue Agency by the end of April information that indicates how much money you made in 2017. So the kind of income that you make determines what slips you're going to be getting in the mail or otherwise. If you're employed, you get a T4 slip. A T4 slip from each of the employers that you worked for during 2017 has to be provided to us in order to do your personal tax return. If you have investment income such as interest, dividends, capital gains, dividends, then that information is presented on a T5. A T5 from everyone who paid you that money in the year has to be given to us in order for us to do your tax return. If you make charitable donations, you need to provide the receipts. The receipts could have been sent to you electronically, in which case you can forward that to us, or you can print out each receipt and put it in the package that you're dropping off. If you are over the age of 65 and you're receiving old age security, known as OAS, you will receive a slip in the mail. We need to get it as well. Do you have medical expenses? If you have medical expenses, you need a receipt for each and every one of them. But there's some things you can group. If you go to the pharmacy, you can ask them to give you a list of all of the prescriptions that were filled for you during the year. Sometimes they charge you a couple of bucks for that, but it would be worth it because you won't miss any receipts and you won't have a pile of these little ones that you're going to have to add up. Do you receive a pension? Pensions come on a form known as the T4A. All T4As need to be brought to us. Did you contribute to your RRSP, your Registered Retirement Savings Plan, in the year or up to and including March 1st of 2018? All the receipts for all those contributions have to be a part of your tax return. You don't have the option to put 2018 contributions that were made in January and February on your 2018 return. They must first be put on your 2017 return and then the decision made about whether you're going to deduct them. So we need all those receipts. If you're in school or you have a child or a spouse who is in school, then the form that we need to file with CRA is the T2202A. That form comes from the university or post-secondary institution where the student attends. It can often be downloaded. Download it, email it to us, or print it out and bring it with your package. If you get mutual fund investments, then you have a T3. The T3 doesn't come out till the end of March, typically, so you'll be waiting a while to get that form. Sometimes people drop off all of their returns except for the T3, so that when those come out, you usually get them the first week of April. More of your tax return has been done already. Medical and dental premiums that you pay in the year, sometimes that's on box 85 on your T4, or if you don't see it there, you get a printout from whoever you paid your premiums to, such as Blue Cross, and make sure it only includes medical and dental premiums. Life insurance don't work. There are other items you need to gather, but you don't need to give us copies of the receipts at the moment. That would be child care. If you have a child who is being cared for by someone other than yourself and you're paying them, then you need a receipt from that person with their social insurance number. You don't have to send that in, but you do have to have it. If you've got student loans, we need the interest. If you bought or sold investments during the year. So selling an investment can create a capital gain or a capital loss. In either case, we need to put it on your tax return. So we need that information from your broker in order to do that. If you sold a house in 2017, we need to know several things about that. We need to know what you sold it for. If it was your principal residence, then we need to know how many years you've owned it and whether it was always your principal residence. If it was a rental property, then we need to know what you paid for it when you bought it, because there will be a taxable gain if there is a gain on the sale of rental property. There is not a taxable gain on the sale of a principal residence, but you do in fact have to declare it. If you are wanting to deduct employment expenses, then you need a T2200 from each employer who is authorizing you then to declare and to claim your employment expenses. So these are things like home office or vehicles, and your employer has to agree that you had to incur those expenses for you to have the deduction. Otherwise, you won't get that. If you are a new client to us, we will ask you to sign an authorization form so that we can get your prior year's returns from CRA and make sure that we're not missing anything in doing your tax return. If you are going to bring your information to Peverill & Associates this year, earlier is better than later. The returns information that we have by the 13th of April will guarantee will be done by the end of April. If we don't have it by the 13th, then we can't be so confident that we're going to get it done. So that is a audio explanation of what you need to bring in to get your tax return done. You can, of course, download the checklist and have that information put together for us. Thank you.